Ladies and Gentlemen, ich bin Simafix und wir sind wieder zurück im 6. Lostbelt Avalon le Fae. Beim letzten Mal sind wir aus Darlington gekommen, doch auf Kosten von unserem Freund Peperoncino. Er hat sich hier geopfert und Beryl, der hier sich mit Woodheims Spirit schon verbunden hat und hier selbst zu einem monströsen Mitglied des Fanclans wurde, hier verschmolzen und nur dank unserem guten Pepe, der sich geopfert hat, konnten wir ihn bezwingen. Er hat sich zurückgezogen und Pepe wurde hier unter dem Schutt von New Darlington verschüttet. Ein weiterer unserer Freunde und ist verstorben und eine weitere Leiche, die sich hier auf dem Weg auf den Fußspuren hier von unserem Erzfeind Beryl hier stapelt. Liebe Leute, wir werden zwar erstmal hier die Bars verlassen, aber Pepe werden wir auf jeden Fall nicht vergessen, liebe Leute. Und das ist eine weitere Sünde, die wir definitiv irgendwann mal begleichen werden. Pepe. I didn't know the count for very long. But Akitali killed a lot of people, just like he said. He had no sympathy for those he killed, or for himself as he was about to die. He was cruel and cold-blooded, so much so that we really don't need to waste time mourning him. That being said, he was under no delusions about who he was, and he never lied to you. He was so true to himself, it was almost scary. He really did do whatever he liked, however he felt like it. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, he always was good about taking care of others. He was just doing what he wanted. No, that's done. Right. I'm sure he would have smiled and said so himself. He was a strange, mysterious sort of person, through and through. He was more egoistic with himself and those around him than anyone I've ever met. Okay. Let's go. There, I see them. Your tracking capabilities truly are exceptional, Lady Da Vinci. You know it. I'm really glad I added a camera function to Typhon. Hey, Maxie, Mesh, Artoria. Are you guys okay? Come on, we've got places to be. I see, so Pepes. What a loss. I was always hoping he would take over as the new head of Norwich one day. Yeah, that's sad. But I'm afraid you have to mourn him later. Don't you got something to tell them, Da Vinci? I could tell them myself if you like, but I figured it's better coming from you. Alright, Artoria, we got an emergency message from Oberon. It said, the Round Table Army has captured Oxford. You can ring the bell for the image at any time. Please, get here before the Queen's army comes to retake it. That's right. Percival beat the Fang clan while we were way up north, so we don't even have to fight it this time. Now come on, let's get to Oxford as soon as we can. Eine kleine schöne Botschaft, die uns leider hier mit einer bittersüßen Beigeschmack zurücklässt. Wir sacken die schönen Bells ein und dann, liebe Leute, geht es uns am Giant Hall vorbei und nach Oxford. Und liebe Leute, das bedeutet die letzte das heißt auch, the final night. Hört sich düster an. Das bedeutet natürlich auch, die letzte Glocke, die noch hier in dieser Welt existiert, werden wir nur in Kapitel 22 der Final Night läuten, da die 6. ja aktuell noch verschwunden ist. Und das ist dann offiziell der Startschuss unseres Kampfes gegen Camelot. Und immerhin, so können wir hoffentlich ein bisschen Beryl, wo auch immer er ist, auch wenn seine Seele wiedergeboren ist, wenn er das von sich selbst sagt, wo er auch immer hingegangen ist, glücklich machen, indem wir ihm zeigen, dass sein Opfer nicht umsonst war. Wow, break from the Darlington in half a day. That must be a new record. Real lucky to have Real Red and that brand new wagon he got fast. It's good to be back, Oberon. Wir haben ihn schon ewig nicht mehr so richtig gesehen, also außer in dieser einen kurzen Szene in der Schokoladenhölle. I see. You're still in high spirits, that's great. I feel more hopeful for our future prospects than ever. Welcome back from Orkney, everyone. I'm glad to see you all alive and well. Huh? Was you there, Percival? Was Gareth? Alright, Londinium. That's a shame, but it's also understandable. Thanks for taking care of Oxford, Percival. It couldn't have been easy to conquer a city with walls like that. Oh no, I could never have done it without Artoria. We asked for peaceful negotiations several times after we surrounded the city, but they refused to listen. We were just settling in for our protracted battle when we heard Orton's bell ring out. That boosted the Round Table's army morale and sent the Oxford soldiers into a panic. Perhaps we were just being modest. Even without Orkney's bell, he could have taken the city in a few days. It's not just the Fang clan fairies living in Oxford, there are Earth and Wind clan fairies too. And their frustration alone had the whole city on edge, like a bomb just waiting to go off. They were more resentful of the Fang clan than they were afraid of the Round Tables surrounding them. So, thanks in part to the internal pressure, the Fang clan had a change of heart. They weren't serving Morgens because they truly believed in her. It was really only Woodworth who was devoted to her. But now that he's fallen, and without a leader to take his place, they honestly didn't know what to do anymore. I see. So that's why the negotiation worked. Still, how did those talks actually go? I mean, the Fang clan is literally optimized for combat. I can't imagine they'd be too eager to form a peaceful alliance. That's true. Even putting the Round Table army aside, we've seen a lot of fairies among the volunteer soldiers with their own grudges against the Fang clan. In particular, a number of Woodworth's officers have been plundering nearby villages. And we've had a lot of requests from fairies wishing to take revenge on them. So suffice to say, it would be pretty difficult to recruit the Fang clan into the rebel army at this point. That makes sense, but we also can't just do nothing about them. And keeping them all locked up in Londinium until our war with the Queen is over doesn't seem realistic either. Yes, we discussed how we handle them among ourselves, but then Lady Murian came along with a proposition. Murian? From Gloucester? That's right. She said Gloucester would join the rebel army as long as we guarantee the Fang clan's safety. What? She said Gloucester will take in any Fang clan ferry with nowhere else to go as part of an emergency war effort. Thanks to that, we are able to guarantee the safety of any soldiers who surrender, which turned out to be the key to a peaceful takeover. We did take the liberty of shackling all the Fang clan ferries who surrendered in front of the other soldiers. But once they arrive in Gloucester, the shackles will be removed and they be free ferries again. Leute, Murian plant irgendwas und ich weiß es nicht. Lady Murian said she employed them as mercenary, which works outside since Gloucester doesn't currently have a garrison. I still can't help but a little nervous, but that's great. That's right, it's a trover. Now we don't have to worry about dealing with the Fang clan, and we also have Murian on our side. The really Gloucesters have basically been on our side since we rung their bell. Anyway, feels good to finally have all our ducks in a row. Also, damit haben wir im Endeffekt alle Städte hinter uns. Wir haben den Windclan, wir haben Aurora, also ich weiß jetzt nicht die einzelnen Clan, ist ja wurscht. Wir haben zumindest Norwich, klar. Die helfen uns. Wir haben Londinium, wir haben Salisbury mit Aurora, wir haben oben dann Springen genau in Norwich, obwohl, da ist immer so ganz sicher, der gammelt ja einfach nur rum. Dann haben wir natürlich hier jetzt Murian und den King Clan rund um Knockner River. Das bedeutet also, ganz Britannien vereint gegen die Königin. Well yeah, it does, but I don't know. Does this mean you've already had the Fang clan brought to Gloucester? That's right. Every one of them who surrendered here along with the prisoners would be keeping in Londinium. In fact, Murian said that every Fang clan member in Britain, well except for the ones who live in Camelot, was welcome to come. Woodworth banned his clan from the most forms of entertainment aside from going to restaurants after all. So I bet by this point all the Franklin fairies who have never seen anything like glosses or skelets before must be having the time of their lives. Aber die plant irgendwas, keine Ahnung. Entweder sie nutzt uns hier mehr oder weniger als Schutzstein oder ich weiß es nicht, liebe Leute. Es ist seltsam, Leute. Ich meine, die hat mich mit Koyanskaya hat sie ja Vereinbarung getroffen, deswegen legt ihr ihn mit der Kleinen an. Apropos! Okay, Lady Murian, you look a bit pale and you don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps you should lie down for a while. If you like, I'd be happy to show the Franklin fairies their quarters myself. Don't be ridiculous, Koyanskaya. I never felt better in my life. I've been waiting so long for this moment, and it's finally here. I've been preparing for so long, so I would be ready when it comes. I haven't felt this light out on my feet since my last visit to the Royal Liberty. Oh well, while we're at it, would you like to take a look? I'm especially proud of this one. Ah yes, I'd love to. I've actually been dying to see it up close. I simply love learning about new technology. Oh, so that works like that. And fits into this. Wow, even perfectly replicated the water. And as far as the buildings go, my, just look at this detail. And I see you even have double beds, Well, does it meet your standards? Does it? Why am I downright jealous? I can scarcely tear my eyes away from the sheer quality, nor can I believe the sheer originality. That's already exquisitely beautiful and simply superb. I'd love to have something so dedicated to in my own company. Best friends, man. Thank you, Lady Fox. Now that I'm in excellent mood, I'm going to get to work. Just to be sure, would you mind guarding this room? To think that a woman of my talents would be reduced to working security. Of course, I'd be glad to help. I won't let so much as a mouse past me while you're gone. That being said, I'm sure you want to do this now. You said yourself you could do it any time. I'm surprised to hear that from you, Koyanskaya. When you get a chance, you take it immediately, right? I do understand how Lady Murian feels, at least to a degree. But I also know that while it's normal for fools to do foolish things, wise people doing foolish things always leads them to ruin. I do hope you know that as well, Lady Murian. Keine Ahnung, was sie macht. Die Rebellion ausrufen. Den Kampf gegen Camelot, ich hab keine Ahnung. Irgendein Spektakel auf jeden Fall. Thank you for your understanding, everyone. I've gone ahead and removed the shackles now. I do hope none of you will enjoy it on the way. Here, if anything's bothering you, please don't hesitate to let me know. Huh, you think mere man-made shackles could harm the Franklin? We could turn if where we wanted. Now you listen to me. We didn't put those shackles on cause we yielded to the Round Table Army. We only did it to save face. Your face. Since you asked the High-Arts, got that? Ah yes, of course. Thank you so much for your consideration. Once the Queen and the Rebel Army clash at Camelot, chaos is bound to follow. And I know I won't be able to preach the virtues of neutrality to Gloucester's citizens if the hunger should turn to violence. So even though this goes against the Winkland's principle, I've decided Gloucester needs a force of its own, if only temporarily. Huh. Sounds like the kind of tech I'd expected from bugs. Your clan hours have been parasites, depending on the strong to survive after all. Alright, there's no clan left, is there? You're all that's left. And yet, you're still clinging to your clan's pride, huh? What a greedy little bug you are. If you ask me, the only thing bugs like you are good for is being scrapped off your heels. I see Bagans running his mouth again. Ist es nicht schlau, das vielleicht zu sagen? Well, he's our de facto leader, now that Lord Woodward is gone. Hey, you all agree, right? The so-called Winkland doesn't even count as one of the 6 clans anymore, does it? Yeah, you said it, sir. What a way with words you have. I couldn't agree more. Is it so? Good to see you know your place. Alright, let's see our new homes. The Fang clan has 1200 fighters, 600 support units and 400 trainers. And the deal was that you'd welcome all of us to Gloucester as upper-class citizens. We are the ones who got here ahead of us. What about the prisoners from Londinium? Ah yes, they've all been freed from their shackles as well. They've been chatting amongst themselves in the ballroom for a while now. You'll find them all up ahead, right through the throne room. In fact, we're just about to begin our welcome celebration. Alter Mann, sie hat irgendwas ganz Schlimmes vor. Ich glaube, sie will sie alle killen. Our food may not compare to Oxford's restaurants, but we do have a very unique cooking style for our own. Gloucester's cuisine. I can't wait to try it. I was getting tired of what was vegetarian anyway. If just walking around the city was that much fun, imagine how fancy the food must be. Der hat irgendwas ganz Schlimmes vor. Alter, Mann. Der Blick, Mann, ich glaube, sie wird sie alle killen, Mann. Keine Ahnung, Energie absaugen. Und wahrscheinlich ist da keiner. Wow, it's beautiful. I've never seen such a wonderful scenery inside the city. Und all die anderen sind schon weg, oder? Gloucester really is amazing. It's far better than a damn insect deserves. Ha, it won't be Murian much longer, now that she's invited us here. Only Fang clan can exterminate Moss, and our strength will be that much more valuable when the war heats up. The humans can have Oxford if they want it. We'll be taking Gloucester for ourselves soon enough. What a short-sighted fool Murian is. She thinks she's keeping us safe, when it actually is the other way around. Soon she'll see just how strong we are. What a struggle we for her to realize she has not just but to bend on us. In fact, that's probably why she welcomed us in the first place. She knows exactly what a parasite like her needs to survive. Ha ha ha, you said it, boss. It doesn't matter how much other fairies copy humans. The weak will always have no choice but to obey the strong. And now that Wood Wars and his precious intellectualism are gone, we are free to use our strength any way we want. I truly can't believe it. 1200 years later, and not one of you has changed at all. I'm honestly shocked that none of you had the slightest qualm about entering such a suspicious ballroom. I suppose it could be your brain shrinking to match the new size? Oh well, there's nothing we can do about that. You've never been more than trash who can't even remember the atrocities you committed in any case. Murians Rache. Who said it? Where did the bottom words come from? Huh? What is that? Hey, look outside! There, up in the sky! Nein! Was? Riesenmurian? So, you finally noticed me. I've been watching you all this time, you know. Good evening, members of the Fang Clan. Welcome to my game board. We won't have any interruptions tonight, so I do hope you can keep me entertained. Monster Murian! Murian! What's going on? When did you get Sacrament to make us a feud? I thought only Spring could do that. Really? That's the first thing you want to know? Well, okay, but only because it'll be add to your emulation. Gloucester is my personal Fae domain. I spent 1,000 years establishing its rules. The logic of the outside world doesn't apply here. My word is all. Here the weak become strong, and the strong become weak. And this place, this particular, is a wonder world unto itself that reflects my mind even more closely, an insect space that shrinks everyone who enters it. Now do you understand? I didn't grow, you all shrank. You're small as the insects you've grown beneath your feet. Leute, wie sie auch mit dem Spiel und dann halt auch noch diese verdammte Pipi-Theme im Hintergrund. Ach, Leute, Mann. Wir wissen ja, der Fang-Clan hat ja den Wing-Clan ausgelöscht. Und ich glaube, nun kommt Murians Rache. Indem sie ihren Clan ebenso auslöscht. Murian, how dare you look on us? Cut this crap out now and turn us back to normal. A man sick like you will never be able to survive without our help. Oh my, das funkelt in den Augen. The Fang Clan third best fighter indeed. It's almost mesmerizing how bold and brazen you are. But I suppose it's all brawn, no brains. You didn't think how easy it would be for this mere insect to crush you with a finger, did you?
By against that! The strongest warrior in the clan aside from Lord Woodfuss!
I'm so sorry. He was just so loud. He was starting to annoy me, so I squashed him. You see, I went as long as you're on this game board. You're very weaker than ants. But once you go outside, you'll be your all-powerful slaves again. Though, of course.
Keiner wird entkommen. Die Türen sind abgeschlossen.
The only way for you to get outside is to kill me. Any other clan would probably admit defeat here. But you're the strongest clan in all of Britain, right? Who knows? Maybe you actually managed to beat me.
Oh! Run! Run for your lives! Get outside the ballroom! Head for the forest! Hurry before sie später...
How truly glorious. They don't even have time to scream before they crush them. I must admit you're all dumber than I could have imagined. Have you really not grasped that there's no outside here? Try to run for the woods, and I flatten you with a wave of my hand. Try to run to the lake, and I churn the water and drown you. Even if you somehow manage to make it to the moon, I'll just eat a whole moon and you with it. This is so krass, man. No matter how many times you die, your next generation will only wake up inside this miniature garden. And I'm going to keep exterminating all you until your souls are worn out after new generations are born. The best thing you can do for yourself now is plead for mercy. If you're lucky, I might even consider sparing your lives. Well, let's say lives, since no more than one of you will make it. Alright, they're my teeny weeny Fangclan friends. The night has only just begun. I do hope you enjoy this game. I spent the last 1,000 years putting it together for you, you know? Take that, and that, and that! You can't hide from me. Not in the woods, not anywhere. Die, die! I want to see you running and panning, waiting for someone to save you before I grind your paste. Not fighting back didn't save them. Obeying didn't save them. Running away didn't save them. Everyone I ever knew. They're all dead. Those Fangclan barbarians ate them. Bit right into their arms and legs when they were still alive. How dare they call themselves Britain's guardians? They can't make anything themselves. All they do is destroy. Every day they just go around doing whatever they want, all because they happen to be born strong. Then, just when our clan started pulling ahead of them, they decided to hunt us down for sport. And when they couldn't figure out what to do with the survivors, they decided it'd be easier to get rid of everyone. That's the worst part of all. Those barbaric wolves just live their whole life doing whatever pops into their heads. Well, I won't let them get away with this. I swear, I'm going to make them know that it feels like to be preyed upon, no matter how long it takes. I won't listen to what they have to say. I won't even tell them why they am doing that. I'm just going to wipe them all out with overwhelming power. Whatever else happens, I can't die before then. Even if I'm at the last of my clan to survive. I'm going to erase the entire Fangclan from existence. When I'm Morgan or the Child of Prophecy wins, Britain will stick around. But things will be very different for it with the Fangclan gone. You know what you're doing is foolish, but you still can't stop yourself. It's such a shame, Murian. To think not even a creature as wise and righteous as you could escape the hatred in your past. You're acting no better than a human, and that's not what I look for on my clans.
Ich glaube, das ist jetzt ziemlich egal. Liebe Leute, ein weiterer Clan wurde ausgelöscht. Doch die Glocke von Oxford läutet. Und das bedeutet nun den Startschuss des Krieges.
Der Krieg um Camelot geht nun richtig los. Die 5 Glocken sind erläutet. Und nun, liebe Roundtable Army, los geht's.
That takes care of the 5th bell. According to the prophecy, there's only one left to go now.
Yes, the Murians spell. We've been doing everything we can to find them, but to no avail. I'm so sorry we can't be of more help.
I've been flying everywhere in search of it, and there just isn't a 6th spell to be found. I can say I'm not nervous about this, but I think we need to give up on the 6th spell. Besides, we saw in Norwich that Einzel prophecy isn't perfect, right? So now that there is enough magic energy to cover the entire Round Table army, and with Nocna Rebirth forces on our side, we should be a good match for the Queen's army.
That's true.
And now that Lady Nocna Rebirth has agreed to ally with us, we can't afford to be late to the party.
I'll call for the 3rd platoon and the volunteer soldiers who left in Londinium to join us here. As soon as they arrive, they'll set out for Camelot.
Are you okay with that, Arturo? Yes. Why do you ask? The base of pilgrimage are markers of the clan's recognition, right? The Mirror clan is gone, so I don't need theirs.
By the way, I know it's kind of late to ask this now, but what are the Belgas pilgrimage anyway? I can tell they're special since their clan heads are protect them, but that's it. They're toiling carriers all across Britain. Artura gets more full of herself every time she rings one. Bells like that are usually just meant to mark the time, right? How do they figure into pilgrimage?
It really is pretty late in the game to be asking that, Murmaza. Even so, I've been wondering the same thing. Putting aside the fact that proper human history bells were used to keep fairies away. I also wonder why Einzel used the word pilgrimage when this Britain has nothing in the way of gods.
Oh Leute, natürlich, Mann. Ich hasse damit schon hier die klare Logik, Mann. Es ist halt so, Mann, okay, uns wird gesagt, Leute, 6 Glocken, Einzel hast du prophezeit, Mann. Die Pilgrimage, ja, es gibt keinen Gott. Nein, es gibt einen Gott. Sanunus, der Gott der ursprünglichen Erschöpfung, hier von Britannien. Und die 6 Glocken sind nicht nur um Castoria zu erwecken, sie sind um den Gott wieder aufzuwecken. Witz. Pepe. Erst wenn alles wirklich geschafft ist, nicht wenn morgen besiegt ist. Viel weiter. Sehr schön. Wir graben unser eigenes Grab. For that matter, not a single fairy we've met has even known how long the bells have existed. Well, I'm sure morgen probably does, but... can I say something? The bells of pilgrimage are the transformed body of the dead clan leaders. Genau, der ursprüngliche Clan-Leader. Genau, die ursprünglich gekommen sind, um hier den Gott zu holen. Also die ersten 6, die ihm Zanunus gedient haben. Oder mit ihm gelebt haben.
They signify obedience of the Fairy of Paradise and the support of the mission to free Britain. The ring is a song of apology. It shows that the 6 clans of the time have decided to forgo being the descendants of Ares and are sent to become fairies of Earth. At least, that's what I was told.
You knew, Mish? A song of apology?
I guess that's what a pilgrimage is in this Britain, an apology. The bodies of the clan leaders, so they're not the bodies of the 6 ancestors, fairies. That's right. They were at first, but some of them were destroyed by calamities at various points in history. When that happens, either of the current clan leader becomes a replacement bell, or at last... Percival! Where's Gareth? What is she doing right now?
Gareth? She's in Londinium, watching over the... You know what? Let's have Kenward, the captain of our Recon team, check on her. We're already preparing the message for Londinium anyway. Commander Percival! We just received an emergency message. There's a fire burning in the south. A big one. A fire? Oh no. It's Londinium! The Queen's army is attacking Londinium! Bedeutet das also, die Clan-Leader also wenn die Körper, also okay, meine Theorie hat sich jetzt nicht als Wahr bewiesen, das wäre natürlich noch schöner gewesen. Also wenn die Clanheads selber zu Glocken werden und es im Endeffekt noch, also so halbwegs ein lebendes Mitglied des Mirror Clans gibt, weil, wie gesagt, wir kennen ein Mitglied nur, was in die Zukunft sehen kann, dann wissen wir natürlich, wen morgen unbedingt die auslöschen will. Nun gut, liebe Leute. Dann würde ich sagen, machen wir jetzt erstmal einen kleinen Cut. Happy und gut gelaunt geht es auf jeden Fall nicht weiter beim nächsten Mal, liebe Leute, denn ich denke mal, beim nächsten Mal wird Londinium nun fallen.